how's it going, guys? RC Cincy here, and today I'm gonna just do a quick video on RC Nitro essentials. These are things that you want to have owning a Nitro vehicle, and are pretty much essential to maintaining and having fun and taking care of your investments. So I'm just going to go through a few things that are, in my opinion, must-haves to maintain and have a long return out of your investment and just have a good time. So I'm just going to jump right into it. Honestly, I'm going to move some of these things off here to create a little room because there's quite a few things to go over. Number one, besides the fuel, obviously, and the glow plug, is having a nice toolbox. It could be a tackle box, it could be anything. Just keep something like this that you can organize and store. It ain't got to be perfectly organized. You'll see some of the things are messy in here, some of them are more organized. Just essentials to run your Nitro and to take care of it. The only thing that I ran out that I wanted to show you guys was the Nitro cleaner. It's very simple. You go to any hobby store online, type in Nitro cleaner, and it's just basically a spray that removes greases, oil, cleans it. Be careful if you spray. You don't want to spray any electronics with it. You don't want to spray anything that, if you do spray something that needs to be greased or oiled properly, make sure it has fresh oil in it. It's been cleaned. It's re-oiled after it's been cleaned. Some parts I don't even spray it on. Electronics, certain bearings I don't spray it on. I just hand clean those with a rag and some WD-40 or something. Remove the oil and deposits out of there. It just depends on what you're cleaning. So there's more videos online for step-by-step cleaning. This is just an essentials you need. So the top one, I like to keep a toolkit, something like this that has Allen wrenches, flathead screwdrivers, small screwdriver, basically anything like this. Had a cheap ratcheting tool that broke. I just mostly turn it with my hand. If it's tight, I just break it loose with that, and it works perfectly. These are good. It's just a little ratcheting tool that was made out of plastic broke, so I just still keep it because these pretty much fit everything. My fuel bottle, very important with Nitro, makes it easy. Has a measurement on the side. If you have a race, you need someone in the fuel. You need someone to do your pit stops with. Fuel bottle is absolutely an essential, or just easier to put fuel in the vehicle without pouring it and getting it everywhere. Set that right here. This is actually originally a tackle box. So what I did is, it's not the most organized. I have so many parts now that I actually stopped putting them in here because I don't have room. Spare air filter, zip ties is a must. Older dog bones, wheel nuts, you lose them all the time or they come off. Gears, pinion gears, servo, different kinds of gears. Glow plugs you will burn through like crazy, so make sure you have spare those. Different kinds of screws, bushings, just pretty much anything small and easy to lose. Let me get to the other one real fast. This one's the same thing. I recently bought, I think, all the screws that comes to like the T-Max or something like that. Spare shocks that are still good in working condition. These are lock rings. Broken. This was a servo saver kind of style. Broke. Different antennas, smaller wrenches and Allen wrenches. All the main bolts for the T-Max. I have a bunch of bolts and stuff that goes to the T-Max here. Fuel lines, screws every size and variance. These are spacers for shocks to tighten them up. Just so many things in here I can't even name. Different adapters for batteries. Small wrenches. Just, I could go on and on. So it's nice to have parts like that. Outside in my shed, I actually have a big bucket full of T-Max parts. I mean, literally a couple motors, control arms, frames, servos, receivers. I could almost put another one together And then usually keep a set of, most of my vehicles are Nitro off-road vehicles. I like to play on asphalt sometimes, and having the nubbies and little small like clay hole shots or any kind of stubby little tire just simply wears out on street. So street tires, these are a little worn, but street tires just make a world of difference of wear. I mean, these, I've ran so many times with these. They've lasted a long time. One of the most important, honestly, is a rechargeable, this is a Team Losi rechargeable glow igniter. These are absolute musts. I know Traxxas has that thing where you clip on top and you can do it that way. I prefer these. These get it much hotter. I feel like this gets it right where it needs to be at. And if the battery goes bad in them, you just pick up a battery, slap a new battery in here, rechargeable battery, and you're good to go. There's the charger. It does take a little while, I think somewhere between 14 to 16 hours, so that's an absolute must. And then this goes to my Traxxas T-Max. This is your starter. You put this in, it'll also light up the glow plug. It's getting hot, and then you just hit this button. Boom. Start. Simple as that. So this is nice. And then obviously this, you have to do battery maintain the charge on this battery. I actually got a pretty decent sized battery. I got a Venom 3000. This gets me a lot of starts. So of course, naturally, since I got that, you know, having to get a Venom battery like this, you want to get a decent charger, not the best. It does a pretty quick job than your standard wall charger. I got this recoil charger right here. It works really, really well for the battery that I'm using, honestly. This is only for nickel hydrate style batteries. No expensive crazy. This was kind of not on a budget, but I didn't want to spend a lot of money at the time. I didn't have electric vehicles. I didn't think I was going to need that, so I bought a charger for that. I also have, I don't want to take it apart right now, a rechargeable pack for Dirt Stadium and a couple other vehicles. This is the OFNA adapter and recharger for those. They're just small. Instead of using 4 AA batteries in a little pack, you can just get the rechargeables, and these last longer. The juice is sometimes a little better, give you a little more punch, and it lasts longer, and they're rechargeable. So that's a really nice deal to have those. So I'd say that's a must. Let's go ahead and set this back in here, and then obviously tool-wise, you want to have lots of tools. This right here is typically used for electronics and computers, but it just has every desired size of everything. I mean, I could literally take apart anything with this. Has extenders. I usually keep a couple. I used to have a few sets of these. I lost a couple, but I still have a couple in around. A small little pocket knife to cut things. Then as far as tools goes, I keep a bunch in here. Allen wrenches, more screwdrivers, pliers, vice grips, needle nose, wire cuts. I got a backup glow igniter battery, so for some reason it isn't firing. I got a fresh battery in one of these side pockets. I slap a D battery in here, and this works well in case I forgot to charge it. This accesses your glow plug and other things. Just basically, you want every tool manageable. You want to have some super glue with you. You want to have a couple. You want to have electrical tape, a couple of different box cutters. I mean, pretty much screwdrivers. You want to have it all. You don't want to get caught with your pants down and not have super glue. You just have the cap in there. You just screw it on, pops it open. Super glue something temporarily to get you through the race or through it. So tools are, in my opinion, very important. And then you also want to have rags. The extra D battery I was talking about for the other glow igniter. This is very important in case your glow igniter does not have a good charge on it. They can go bad and they can die on you. I've had it happen. That's why I keep a spare. And then one of the most important compartments, in my opinion, is your lubes and oils. This is the afterrun oil I use, made by Hobbyco. Any standard afterrun oil. You can see it's getting low because I use so much of it. It's very important to maintain your engine. WD-40 kind of works. I prefer after run, just preference. And then you also want to have some, it was out in my car so it was a little cold, it thickened up a little bit. This is the carburetor oil. Traps particles and dust particles in it. You can easily wash out most of them, dry them, reapply the oil, you're ready to go again. The red Loctite, actually you don't use that one too much. This is the stuff that does not like to come off. You want to use the blue Loctite mainly. I do believe the blue is for any aluminum anodized parts or anything like that. You have any